The prison counselor had apparently encouraged her to write to us as part of her therapy. Dad stared at the envelope for a long time before opening it. I stood in the doorway, watching his face as he read. His expression didn't change much, but I saw his jaw tighten. "What does it say?" I finally asked. He handed me the letter without a word. It was 3 pages of her explaining how everything was everyone else's fault but hers, how we had betrayed her, how Samuel and Samantha had manipulated us against her. Not a single genuine apology in the whole thing, just blame and self-pity. She ended it by saying she expected us to be waiting for her when she got out, so we could be a family again. Dad took the letter back when I finished reading and tore it into tiny pieces. We didn't respond. 2 weeks later, another letter arrived. This one was different. It was shorter, just 1 page, and the handwriting was shakier. She wrote that her psychiatrist had adjusted her medication, and she was starting to see things differently. She apologized for the previous letter and said she was beginning to understand that her actions had consequences. She didn't ask for forgiveness, just acknowledged the pain she'd caused. Dad read this one twice before carefully folding it and putting it in his desk drawer. He didn't tear it up, but he didn't reply either. The letters kept coming, about 1 a month. Each one showed a little more self-awareness than the last. Dad never responded, but he kept them all in that drawer. I think he was waiting to see if the changes were real or just another manipulation. Meanwhile, life went on. I joined the school's debate team and discovered I was actually pretty good at it. Dad started dating again. Nothing serious, just coffee with a woman from his office named Patricia. She came over for dinner once. She had a loud laugh and brought homemade cookies that were actually really good. I liked her, but I could tell Dad was taking things super slow. Trust issues, obviously. Samuel and Samantha became regular fixtures in our lives. We'd have dinner at their place every couple of weeks, and they'd come to ours other times. Emma and I developed this weird sibling-like relationship. She'd help me with math, I'd help her with history. Sometimes we'd just hang out and play video games or watch movies. Her parents seemed happy that she had someone to talk to who understood what she'd been through. About 6 months after my mom went to jail, we got a call from her lawyer. She wanted to see us. Dad immediately tensed up, his knuckles going white around his coffee mug. "You don't have to go," I told him. "Neither of us does." He nodded slowly. "I know, but I think I need to, for closure, if nothing else." I decided to go too. Not because I missed her or wanted reconciliation, but because I needed to see for myself if she'd really changed, or if it was just another act. The county jail was depressing as hell. Gray walls, fluorescent lighting that made everyone look sick, the smell of industrial cleaner barely covering up the underlying stench of too many bodies in too small a space. We had to go through metal detectors and get patted down before they led us to the visitation area. My mom was already waiting when we arrived. She looked smaller somehow, her prison uniform hanging loose on her frame. Her hair was pulled back in a simple ponytail, no makeup. When she saw us, she didn't immediately rush over or make a scene. She just sat there, her hands folded on the table in front of her. Dad sat down across from her. I took the seat next to him, keeping my distance. For a long moment, nobody